Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're having a good day. Hope you're having a great rest of your day. And it's time to chill for most of Dokkan. But before then, I guess, there's some news, of course, with Dokkan. Some stuff coming out on global, stuff happening for JP a bit with the Asia LR Gohan and Int LR Cell EZAs. And of course, something coming else on global too as well. So we expect, of course, the data download officially for Cell and Gohan to happen sometime tonight. So we get a full reveal of them. But for now, at very least, let's go over what has been leaked so far. So otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, as usual, don't forget, please, if you can, there is another channel other than Twitch Zalon, where there's more recorded content of me and two other monks that I play with on YouTube. Go and follow, check it out at Lazardon FSB, where you can find stuff like Warzone, Overwatch, CSGO, Scriblio, Minecraft, Divinity. There's some good content there. And of course, as I was brought up last time, I have set up a sort of donation place that if you wish you can go to, but otherwise it is not compulsory. It is just there for anyone who wishes to. I would just all I would ask from you, ladies and gentlemen, is to just keep on following and enjoy the content if you can. But yeah, links are in the chat description, and I guess let's get to it then. So let's see if I can get this right. Can't seem to find. That's actually very weird. Not sure if I can get this one here. Why is that showing here? Hang on. Apologies, ladies and gentlemen, this is my first time actually switching to this. Jeez. Ladies and gentlemen, as I try to figure this out. Okay. I think that should be good. Okay. Guess that means we can continue then. Okay, so here we have courtesy of Goresh. So the translations for the new EZAs for LR, Asia, Gohan, and of course LR himself. I have looked at some of this, all of them, all of their passives. So let's kind of jump in and talk about them a bit. So first, let's look at Gohan. So his leader is for the Kamehameha category, 3 key, HP attack and defense plus 180%, or Super AGL type 3 key and 130% HP attack and defense. Yeah. So this is actually really good. If this Gohan is gonna be as good as people kind of wish it to be, because the Kamehameha team has a lot of juicy units on it already, which we'll go over just now. But yeah, let's carry on. So he has 150% attack and defense. So let's just actually pull up the unit itself. And also put up Cell, so we can kind of compare old to new. Ah, so like the wiki already has the EZAs already over here. By the way, let's be courtesy to the homie Goresh, and look at over here. So before, Gohan started with 100% attack and defense in his passive. Now it's bumped up to 150%, which is good already. 2 key plus an additional attack and defense plus 20% at the start of each turn, up to a max of 8 key and attack and defense 80%. So I believe it was only 1 key he was gaining, like at the time. Yes, so 1 key and additional 10% attack and defense at the start of each turn, up to 5 and 70. So in a sense, it was bumped up to from 5 to 8 key and from 30 to 80%. But the difference being is that before, he needed a total of 7 turns to build up fully with his passive. So now at the very least, Gohan just needs 4 turns to build up his passive fully. So that's good. That's good. That's actually really good. Hang on a minute. What? God activated against all attacks and high chance to launch an additional super attack if HP is 58% or higher at the start of the turn. That's all it is for the condition. Wow, that is a huge buff. That is an insane buff of anything. That is like guaranteed guard. You don't see this a lot because the only other card that we've gotten recently that has gotten some form of guard in their kit through EZA was LR Goku Black and Zamasu, and they have it for like 3 turns, I think it is, mainly. So yeah, no, guaranteed guard at high chance to launch an additional super attack. Of course, it's not the one that we would want. We'd want, of course, a guaranteed additional that has the high chance to launch an additional super attack. It plays better with the hidden potential system that way. But nevertheless, That is an insane. That's an insane part of his passive. Just that part of his passive alone, like, just having that, like, as him being a stacking character, a stacking defensive character, that's really good. That means at the very least he won't get crushed turn 1. That means that when he does fully build up, his defense will kind of grow exponentially better during the battle because of his guard. But yeah, that's good. Then he has a high chance to perform a critical hit if there's an android category enemy. Okay, so that's just basically icing on top of the cake. Let's see anything about the 12 and 18 key. So, just the 12, 18 key. 12 key raises defense and causes colossal damage and lowers attack. 18 key raises defense and causes mega colossal damage and greatly lowers attack. So, I don't believe he did anything on his super attacks. No, yeah, all those attack lows are from are new. So that's really good, especially for stuff like Super Barrel Road and all, paired up with his high chance to perform additional super attack. This guy has a solid kit. He actually has a great kit, if anything. This is nothing to scoff at. With all things considered, I would say, yeah, no, this guy defensively is gonna be uber strong in base form. So I mean, if they did this to his base form, then, because they say guard and high chance to launch your super attack if HP is 58% or higher, because his transformation does trigger when it's 58% or less. And from one thing I do know is that we don't know yet what these active skills will do, or whether they will be changed in a bit, because Dokkan has to do an app update to basically change Gohan's active skill condition. It's different for Cell because Cell is just a part of his passive, so they can just add it in. But yeah, no, so far, like, this is looking good for Gohan. This is really good for Gohan. I really like this kit, if anything. I was not expecting the sort of guaranteed guard. I was expecting something along the lines of, like, if there was an Android category enemy or Android ally, then he gets guaranteed guard. But this is better in my opinion, because when you do fall below 58%, you kind of do want to transform, which kind of makes me, because the fact that he loses guard when below 58% means, is telling me that the active skill is going to be changed to some degree. So like, it is going to be changed to some form. Like, honestly, if you just make it a turn restriction, just a turn restriction, turn in HP, when HP is 58% or less, maybe on like the 6th turn of battle, like, because again, his actual other form is an offensive form. It's not really a defensive form. So, but let's see what they his other form is changes to. So, oh, he's an orb changer now. It changes tech key spheres into Asia key spheres for 4 turns from first appearance. So that is 100% new. He now orb changes. That is actually astounding. Actually, that is because he does change to rainbow key spheres when facing only one enemy. This just provides more consistency for his entrance there. So like, it's basically where for the first like 4 turns that he comes out, you kind of guaranteed to hit his maximum potential damage because of his orb changing ability. Actually very curious to see how he plays with the rainbow orb changing. Attack and defense plus 158% defense. Attack and defense plus 180%, 58%. Yeah, can't talk. Yeah, no, that's new. That's I expected some form of attack and defense passive there, because he had nothing. He heavily relied on this or power, if anything. So that is really good. That is actually pretty insane to think about, considering the fact that it's 158% on an ally with actual comparable stats. Like, what is his stats? Yeah, no, 12,000 if anything there. Like, and 21,000 attack. That attack is gonna hit high if anything. But yeah, no, that's actually really good. Yeah, that means he doesn't get completely bodied when you transform him, because the notion was that you would stack with him and then transform into his beat 'em up form to kind of nuke people. And now you don't really have to be afraid of that, because the actual defense stacking that has occurred will kind of count in a way. Attack plus 20% and defense plus 10% per key sphere obtained. So that doesn't look like it changed much. What was it before? So it's brought from 7% defense to 10% defense. Okay. That is actually really good. What about, just as a reference here, what about the Int Gohan? What is his one? He was... Oh, he didn't get any defense. I thought, in my head, I thought he actually got defense from key spheres. Okay, so that's good. That's really good. So 10% is like, it's same with a 20% attack, because again, he's defense stacking. He now has start of turn attack and defense in his passive. So that 10%, or what if it was even 7%, means a lot more now with his actual start of turn. Plus an additional 1 key per key sphere obtained. So that one there as well. So they haven't changed that. So that's there. And I don't think that's actually brilliant for this unit. Like, just more like trying to provide more consistency for this unit. With his double orb changing already. His type orb changing and rainbow key sphere orb changing. So Battery changes key spheres of a certain type to rainbow key spheres when facing only one enemy. I know that has remained. That is part of his base passive there, so that's good. So I wonder how those two will interact. Actually, I'm actually very curious to see what that will be. But anyway, launches an additional super attack when facing multiple enemies. Huh? Wait, is that here? Yeah, no, sorry, that was here. I'm not too sure. I guess that part of the passive I kind of forgot that existed, because, like, with how Gohan is right now, it's kind of infeasible to transform him unless you have the Android 16 on the team. Now, looking at Android 16 as a unit, like, I mean, who are you gonna use here? Like, this one here, the free-to-play one? Them? Like, I mean, their support, but not for him, like, I think. Yeah. What is support for them, actually? No, they don't. No, they just basically beat them up. Okay, I mean, this is the one you could use, but beyond that, there is no other viable Android 16 card that you could actually use. Like, I don't know if this will count. When they easily will come, maybe, but they support extreme cards. Androids support Androids. Yeah, they do support Android. So, like, you couldn't even find them on the same team. So, like, well, what I'm getting at here is that part of his passive you rarely see, because by the time you transform this guy, you'd be at the end of the fight, or towards the end of the fight at the very least, I'm assuming. Unless you're, like, bold enough to run one of the shittier Android 60s of the team to transform him turn 1. Or be lucky enough that in SBR you still have multiple enemies, at least 2 enemies on the 5th turn, because usually right now in SBR we can kind of eliminate people by turn 5, anything, and we're just stuck with one person. So that's kind of good, actually. I mean, depending on what they do with the active skill transformation, and depending how much easily it is to trigger right now, then maybe this will be seen as effective, more effective than it was before. But okay. High chance to launch an additional super attack and perform a critical hit with HP is 58% or below. Okay, so I can kind of see that. That I believe is new. Yeah, it is new. Yeah, so this does kind of also further solidify that his active skill transformation is gonna change the condition. It has to change. There's so much working for this unit for being under 58% in base form or being over it. Like, it's more in the sense like when you reach below 58%, then you have the opportunity to transform, and it may be just as simple as that in a way. Because getting this high chance from I believe it was already a high chance, right? Yeah, if I'm not mistaken. So a high chance to launch an additional super attack, right? So he just retains that, but he also has a high chance to perform a critical hit now, which is really good considering the fact that this guy is probably going to hit 24 million, 25 million super attack stats. And to be fair, to just put that in perspective, the Ultimate Gohan that just released right now, the LR Ultimate Gohan, he hits 23 million, 24 million, and he follows up with a 17 million or 15 million, I guess. There. So this guy is probably going to hit around the same range, depending on how you nuke him. So yeah, no, this guy is going to be absolutely insane. So let's carry on. If Super Saiyan Goku is attacking the same turn, gain an additional attack plus 59% when performing Ultra Super Attack, and if HP is 59% or higher. So that has remained, I believe. Yeah, Super Saiyan Goku. So, like, Super Saiyan Goku, like, I mean, to be fair, like, really, what do you have? I mean, to be fair, right? In JP, you have the extra carnival a la Goku to actually be with the series. Oh god, imagine a rotation with this unit and LR Gohan. That would be insane. LR Gohan would be defensively like godlike, I guess, next to this unit. I think with the defensive support and with all like the general Super Saiyan links active, it'd actually be insane. But I guess the ideal guy you'd run him with is LR Carnival Goku from Kura movie. This guy, because he is a defensive unit to begin with. So, like, I mean, that rotation is insane itself, because you have two defensive juggernauts which you can kind of alternate with. Because like Gohan will be fine, like this Carnival Goku will be fine as well. Like either one of them will be fine in slot 1, baiting. And when you want to actually have Gohan pop off and transform, you can just put him in slot 1. I mean this guy rather. So yeah. And of course, like, you have the I guess the casual options like Namek Goku. Like, he'll become relevant, I guess, much later down the line when he's when his ECA comes there, because this guy's not a slot 1 character. Like, he needs a bit more defense for our liking. Other than that, like, you have Namek Goku, our chance-based Namek Goku. This Namek Goku is still really good in EZA form. Like, he still will perform like a beast. There's no doubt about it. It's just that it should not have been a medium chance. It should be a high chance. It should have been at least a 50% chance to guard all attacks over there. So, like, you'd be running essentially a budget version of LR Carnival Goku if you're running this guy over here. And that's not to say, like, this guy is absolutely bad. It's to say that this guy is runnable in a way. Then I guess it has other Super Saiyan options. We do. I'm not sure if it will count over here. Will it actually count over here? The Super Saiyan Goku and Exchange Gohan units. Not sure actually where that would be, because it should actually. Yeah, it'll actually proc them in a way. Well, I mean, you can actually look in the on the Kamehameha team. Actually, there we go. So this guy and um, this guy. Yeah. So yeah, so this guy would be another insane option with him if you want to just go powerhouse. Anything like again, like just pairing Gohan up with them and on the Kamehameha team, like this would be really good. So talking about these two units as they are, because I have these two units and I've rainbowed this unit in the celebration, the New Year celebration of Piccolo's banner, and for the life of me through exploring the box, I couldn't find a team for that, because literally the only like team that I would run them on is the Trunks and Vegeta team, but I don't have them yet. I will probably get them in March or something. So like right now, because I don't want to run two of them, I think it's a detriment to run two of them, even though like when you exchange it to Gohan, he's a beast already. Like once you get those I believe it's 5 attacks. No, sorry. It's like it's a decent amount of attacks that this guy needs to actually get all of his defense. But when he does, he like I would say he does become like the best like TUR in the game. Like I may be overblowing it a bit because I get Goku. I know he's invaluable. Gamma 1 and 2 are like really good. Ise, AGL Gogeta, like he's like a GOAT character right now with his 70% chance of dodge and great base attack defense. Like, but in terms of like consistent performance and like guaranteed performance, like this guy will actually be really good. And now that they will have like a viable Kamehameha team, you could just run both of these on the Kamehameha team and it'll already be strong. With the Count for Goku, that's an insane team. So anything else here? Gain an additional 59% when performing an Ultra Super Attack and if HP is 59% or higher, perform an additional Super Attack after performing an Ultra Super Attack. Okay, so presuming the way that this is phrased, it is all under the condition that Super Saiyan Goku is on your team. So if Super Saiyan Goku is on your team, you gain additional 59% attack when performing Ultra Super Attack. And additionally on that, if your HP is 59% or higher, you perform a additional super attack, guaranteed super attack after performing Ultra Super Attack. Okay, so that is actually insane. This man is on steroids. This man is absolutely insane. Yeah, you can see by the comments here, Goresh's thing, but like, yeah, no, this is the Beast Gohan that we want. And everybody's shocked by the fact that he guards. Yeah. That's actually insane. Yeah, that is appropriate. That is absolutely appropriate. Super attack effects. Great Lace's attack and defense for 1 turn causes mega colossal damage. 80 key Great Lace's attack and defense for 1 turn and causes mega colossal damage, and greatly lowers attack and defense. I don't think that was there before. Yeah. Not the Great Lace attack on his 12 key. So yeah, no, this like. Is this guy number 1? But I'm getting ahead of myself here, right? Because, like, again, like, we just got Piccolo, and we don't know this guy's active skill. I think this guy's position on the top 10, because this guy is definitely top 10 material, 100%. Like, if not top 5, top 10, guaranteed. It all depends on this awakening condition. Yeah. And, like, I am of the notion that if you cannot get to your transformation transformed form as easily as another character, then it doesn't matter how good this form is if you can't get to it. And right now, it's kind of non-existent to get to it because there's no Android 16 viable Android 16 you could run with this guy on like 95% of his teams, and the only androids that you're probably running this guy with is Gamma 1 and 2. And they're supporting superheroes, so or movie heroes, one of the two. So it's like you kind of wasting a slot to have a character for him to transform. So I truly believe that they're gonna change his active skill in some way, so it'll be easier to get, or at the very least, yeah, triggerable. Because I mean, after what they did to Ultimate Gohan, yeah, I could imagine that they want to make this guy really good. But yeah, no, that's super good. Like I'm satisfied with this kit so far. If anything, again, like all is going so well, is going well so far. Like they just now need to nail that active skill condition change. There, like if they nail this, he's probably easily top 5 in the game. But yeah, so cool. Yeah, no, that's good. I like Gohan. Let's now look at Easy Ella in Cell. A guy who probably had nothing going for him. So like originally, other people thought that that Gohan was better on paper, but stacking attack and defense at the time. No, sorry. Actually, it was the other way around, right? People thought that the Cell was better, I think, at the time. And then when they actually used it in the game, Gohan was better because, like, Cell's actual transformation condition and his actual transformed state is was not that rewarding, I like to say, as Gohan's, if anything. So, because his defense that he would reach was kind of mediocre stats, it wasn't great enough for anybody. I think at the very least. But like, let's see now what they have done with Cell. Let's see if they made him actually really good. So, Cell. It's the Android's Cell Saga category. 4 key and HP attack and defense plus 180%. Or extreme in type 3 key and 130% attack, HP attack and defense. Now I believe it was 150. So that is a major buff actually. Yeah. Because it was 170% defense, but it was only 150% HP attack. So a very weird leader skill, considering the fact that I don't necessarily think this character is OP in any regard or like super uber powerful. Like, well, I mean, now you have Ella, Gohan, you have this guy coming back. Like Trunks can do a little bit of work, but not enough, I guess. This AGL Cell, perfect. His last form is the God form. Getting to him is a bit of a hassle. The androids are still really good. They are still a top 10 like TOR unit in the game, but they go Stasha and all potentials. Goku Gohan exchange unit also good. Yeah, there is some potential here actually. Like you have potential easier for Piccolo, potential easier for Super Vegeta. Like there's a bunch of characters over here that can easy and end up really good for this team. And with the fact that Cell is a 4-key lead, it makes it all the more easier to use people with him. Because people in the end are getting 8-key instead of 6-key. Okay, so passive skill. 120% attack and defense. I'm not sure if that changed, actually. No, this is 80. No, it did change. Never mind. I spoke too soon. There's actually a big buff. Gain additional defense boost up to 120% the higher HP to create the boost. That is from 80%. So, much more defense. So far okay, but let's carry on. Gain an additional 2-key and 30% attack per enemy. So this is a Super Battle Road. Character passive basically, which is good. Which is good. Like you do want your Cell to kind of hit harder in Super Battle Road where there's more enemies and stuff. So that is okay. Did he get the key before though? He did. He just got 1 key. So I was getting 2 key and 30% attack. Okay. Attack and defense plus 50% when performing super attack. Okay. So multiplicative buff. So his defense should be. Well, at this point, yeah, defense should be. He should be tanking normals from bosses, any bosses, and like this is including like Cell Max, and because he has a type advantage, he can. The requirement is much lower for him. High chance to perform an additional super attack. So that's unconditional. So that's different from Gohan. That's different from Gohan's, where Gohan's he gets it when HP is 58% or higher. Yeah, okay. So Cell gets a high chance like additional one. Transfer conditions are met. Huh. That's it? Like am I missing something? Like maybe like I'm looking at this unit for like just outside of SBR for the moment in time, because any unit you can now bring in SBR. You can make a team for them. Like this is the main value of this unit is SBR, but like looking at this right now, like yeah, like slot 2 units, slot 3 unit, they probably be fine. What is this super attack effects? Raise defense for 1 turn, cause colossal damage, great lowers defense. 80 key, great raises attack, 1 turn, causes mega colossal damage, lowers attack. Why is both of them not doing greatly raised defense? Or why isn't the 18 key at least raising defense? Why? What is the reason? Like what is the actual reason? That 50% attack and defense on super, even though it's a multiplicative buff, that's still reliant on his HP being higher. And it's not like this guy is gonna be like uber like tanking in a way. But I guess it's mainly for like transforming. For like they need to allow you to be able to transform this cell, which at this point in time, not sure what it's gonna change to. Did they actually change it yet? No, we don't know what's gonna be changed to yet. But originally it is to evolve with 30% HP or less, which was hard to get because it's either that you get to 50% HP and get 1 shot, or you just get 1 shot from full. It's very hard to get to 30% HP mark. But yeah, so far he's okay in a way. Like I guess he's okay. Let's say that. Let's look at his transform state. So passive fully recovers HP once only, so that's a Sensu B transformation. Yep, that's what he had before. Randomly changes the type of key sphere other than into rainbow. Okay, so now he's an orb changer. Yeah, no, here rather. Yeah, he did not orb change before. So that is actually huge for this character. Yeah. So now he actually just changes rainbow changes key spheres other than into rainbow. Like other than it, that is actually buff because it's type key spheres other than it, meaning that it leaves int key spheres in the field. So if you're lucky enough, you can have a bunch of rainbow key spheres that are tied to int key spheres, and just like you have a full field like of available key spheres for this guy, and it provides more consistency for this character. Like this is actually really good because this guy requires a lot of key spheres to activate passive his passive. Okay. 6 key HP attack and 6 key and attack and defense plus 180%, which I believe is 120 before. Yeah, for 4 key to 6 and 120 to 180. That is a substantial buff. Okay, so that's good. That's actually really good. Although like with his defense stuff, what is his defense stuff anyway? So it is greater than Gohan's. Like just to talk it very layman stuff. This is not to downplay Cell or anything. This is LR Piccolo's defense at 55%. Like That's how I'd say. That just shows how insane LR Piccolo is. But yeah. So like with that defense here, depending on how the rest of the kit is, like it could be fine. High chance to launch an additional super attack. Okay, so another unrestricted like chance to super attack. That's good. Yeah, depending on what these super attacks do. Reduces damage received by 3% per key sphere obtained. That is really interesting. That could be clutch. Anything now we're talking about a person who can actually go slot one. If anything, like because 3% per key sphere obtained. So that's any key sphere. So it's not, if you could get like 7 at the very least, you could get 21 or 8 or 6. You could get like 18% damage reduction just for free from getting key spheres. Okay. Yeah, no, I like that part of his passive, and I'm glad it's unrestricted. Gain attack defense plus 30% when attacking if collecting 4 more key spheres. Gain attack defense plus 20% plus 40% when attacking if collecting 6 or more key spheres. Gain attack defense 50% when attacking if collecting 8 or more key spheres. Okay, so I don't think one of them existed. No, all of them did exist, except that there was just all 20%. And the last one was just a 20% attack buff. So, in total, he's getting extra 120% attack and defense when he collect 8 key spheres. Okay, and I'm not sure, is that actually multiplicative? Calculated separately, yeah. So that's 120% calculated separately. Okay, so I can now see this form actually doing a lot of work here, because it's more or less like an alternative to Gohan's nuke, whereby you're getting like substantial partitions of stacks. So this guy is probably going to reach a comparable defense stats, and probably hit decently hard for what he can do. So he gains an additional 100% attack and a high chance to perform a critical hit during the turn where the active skill is launched, or when key is 24. So he gets this, the guaranteed crit and the bigger attack buff, but Ultimate Gohan doesn't. Like, hello, like you this is something you could have pasted onto Ultimate Gohan to actually fix the unit as well. And these were saying this because 24 key on this unit is viable. You could reach 24 key. Like 24 key does not seem to be an issue for this guy. Like, albeit, yeah, he doesn't have Gohan's mechanic whereby he's getting extra key sphere, but he's orb changing. Like, he has the 6 key at the start of turn. Like he will be at 12 key minimum. Like bare minimum, he should be at 12 key. It's like DB Super Broly. But anyway, 12 key, greatly raises defense for 1 turn. It causes mega colossal damage and massively lowers defense. 80 key, greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn and causes mega colossal damage and greatly lowers attack and defense. Okay. So that's good. That's actually really good. Defense raises on the supers because this guy doesn't have anything else there. But to be fair, pair that with the damage reduction, like this guy is a mini Piccolo, if I have to say it the very least in there. Like, albeit like you're not gonna get like consistency with him because it's obviously key sphere dependent, and even though he's orb changing, like you may be running it with other characters who are also key hungry. You know, like, he's an orb changer, so like he's supposed to also be supporting people with that orb changing. But yeah, this seems like a mini Piccolo in a way, which I'm fine with, 100%. Like, I will take this. The problem I foresee though with this guy, because the base form is underwhelming in a sense, and it is possible the reason why they made this form underwhelming is so that you could get the transformation condition much more easily. And with that being said, I don't think they're gonna change this condition as much then. Like they'll probably bump it up to 40%, if anything. They probably may not even touch it, basically, which I think would be stupid of them because no character. We are now in a situation whereby getting to 30% HP is in on itself like is like a hairy situation to begin with, because usually bosses attack so many times in a turn that like just make it so that you can get under 30% HP and it being the last attack you receive in the turn for you to transfer to Cell. Like it's gonna be pretty consistent there. So yeah, so like this guy again, depending on how they change this transformation condition, this guy could be insane because of course your goal is to get to him, the perfect Cell, and he just becomes a mini Piccolo. Like a lot of people actually now can have access to Piccolo's, like the actual Piccolo's passive in a way, in a very miniature form. Of course Piccolo's way better than this guy. He's still better than this guy. I don't say way better, but like he's still better because he's got the proper Senzu effect. He gets extra 30% damage reduction when he does fall below that health threshold. So like he become, once he gets that, he becomes literally the best hero in the game, definitively. So but yeah, no, so I mean totality, like Cell, his transform state really good, base form meh, depending on how the active skill condition is changed, or the actual transformation condition, because it's a passive transformation condition. This guy could be really good. Gohan, both forms brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Heavily dependent on his transformation condition. We're gonna have to see what can be done for them, I guess. But anyway, looking at the teams, they're like Kamehameha, of course, is the focus team. Like I'm not even gonna discuss Cell Saga, Android Cell Saga, because like even though there's some decent options, you're not gonna run this team. Like you could make an excuse for like some of these, like who, yeah, like the androids. Like you have to make an Android team if you're running Cell. Yeah, you're gonna have to run an Android team if you're running Cell, if anything. And to be fair, if you don't have, I would say if you don't have Asia Cell, the androids, and Android Dr. Gero and Android 19, like you're wasting your time with this team. Yeah, like both characters have notification. Cell, Asia Cell, who's like probably gonna be like the best unit on that team. If anything, no, like probably the Cell would be the best. But depending on how his condition is met, but looking at this, it's turned out like you can't really do anything with this. However, on the other hand, the Kamehameha team, this is a legit team. Like this, like Gohan being as good as he is, if his active skill condition is changed in a very favorable way, like you have got the options on here. You have 100% options. The one option that I actually wanted to run on teams that I don't have a team for solidly is Kaioken Goku. Like him being on 180% team is fine, right? Because he already massively raises defense and all. Like he's another damage dealer that could just nuke like the actual enemy because he already has the built-in crit. Then you have, of course, the obvious options, the gods. We have the Super Saiyan 4s. Actually, now that I think about it, I just want to check here. What about actual Gohan? Like, who does he actually link with? So, yeah, I mean, obviously the Goku's best linking partners. These guys followed by, are the Super Saiyan 4s here? The gods are here, which is a good sign with 5 links. I mean, Super Saiyan 4 Goku's here. Full power Super Saiyan 4, like it could be an interesting option, but no. 4 links with Ultimate Gohan. That's actually not that bad. Do they share shocking speed? I can't remember. They do not, because they didn't fucking give, like, it's right there, prepared for battle, come on. Like, come on, like people need to have brains when they pick. Jesus Christ, Ultimate Gohan is so trash. I'm sorry. But yeah, so like Super Saiyan 4 share 4 links, Cross share 5 links. Yeah, okay, like so they can be run as a decent option on that team. Of course, these two monsters will be monsters on the team, linked up with the Gohan. Caliber LR Goku, the second Caliber LR Goku, like he would be actually really good with that Gohan, considering what Gohan's function is. Other like options, like I mentioned, the Exchange Goku Gohan unit. I cannot wait to run this guy with him. Like that'll be an insane rotation to actually run. Like you have, you even have Yamcha on here. Yeah, you could run Yamcha on this team if you wanted to. Like other niche options, the free to play Gohan. Like when he EZAs, he should be fine. Yeah, unfortunately you won't have AGL go to Jita here because he does not do the Kamehameha in his super attacks. So yeah, you won't see him here. But the interesting thing that I would like to point out is that these two guys are still here, and they are probably coming up on an ECA very soon. So consider this when they actually do ECA, the Kamehameha team will be kind of brought back to its almost former glory, if anything. Because the whole reason why you run the Kamehameha team is because people will just run all these LRs on the Kamehameha team. They run all like the OG fusions with the new fusions. They'll run UI Goku, they'll run Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Like they'll run all of these LRs because it's such an LR stacked team that can kind of link with each other in a way. So yeah, no, that it can actually be returned to that form of glory. Other units like Tech Vegeta Blue, Pan, really good option here. She has access to all the GT options that are on here too as well. Besides EZA Tech Full Power Goku, I guess. Namek Goku's here. Like he's a solid option. Well, in terms of end, if I can say, the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is also decently good. Just if you can get it to multiple super like within a turn, then his actual prolonged stack will actually be really good. I really like this free to play Yardrat Goku. Yeah, like he has helped me through red zone fights too as well. Like this guy, he's overslept on, and I think it'd be very valuable for the team. I actually want to like level 10 him. Xeno Super Saiyan 3 Goku, like although he is, or rather requires, Dragon Ball Heroes to receive the damage reduction, I think it'll still be good on this team. What do you think? I think it'd be, yeah, I still think it'd be a solid option on this team. You can kind of get away running with it. Other people, of course, Kid Goku here. Like Kid Goku, kind of like an unoptimal link option, but he is a support by default. Like he can support some of the units that are on the team, and he's still one of the top 3 units in the game, 3 TORs in the game. So, I mean, yeah, there's some actual nice options on this team. Yeah. So, I mean, there you go. The Gohan and the Cell characters. I'm really excited for Gohan. I'm really excited to try him out because I do have him at 100%. I do also think I also have Cell at 100% or Link level 10. So probably be exciting to see what he'll perform. But yeah, we shall see. And then for the final bit of news, from I Seriously, shout out to I Seriously, at I Seriously. If I can actually open this thread here. Yeah, so Golden Frieza is coming to Global. Now, Golden Frieza, I mean, I have been waiting for this character for a long time. I've been needing this character for a long time because I do have Kura's full team, and this is the missing link to make everything cohesive. Yeah. So we all know the story about this guy. I don't think I need to make an introduction for who he is, what he is, if anything. This guy is, and will probably be for a while, a top 10 unit to the game, arguably a top 5 unit to the game. His position is kind of solidified in the ranks because he has 90% damage reduction turn 1. He's still, in my mind, the best turn 1 unit in the game, just because of that. Because he gets the guaranteed super, he actually has raise defense on his 18 key, so it is palpable. Like you can do some nasty stuff with the Golden Frieza. The only thing, of course, that is a letdown for this character is, of course, the active skill. Like, that is why he is not higher than what he should be, because of the active skill. And of course, the other glaring fault for all Golden Friezas: no big bad bosses. If this guy had big bad bosses, I think he would be broken. Honestly, with the defense that he has, with the damage reduction that he gets, he would be broken. But other than that, yeah, this guy's coming to global, probably within like a, within next week. There, I'm presuming, because I expect the Gohan and Cell data downloads happening tonight for both versions. So they're gonna be in database. So I expect them to drop in like in about 2 days, if anything. Golden Frieza probably gonna drop out next week in global. There, although like with global, they may release Cell, Gohan, and Golden Frieza all together at once. So we'll kind of have to see what this data download has to say. Maybe they will release Golden Frieza this week. I don't know, but it seems more likely that it is expected that Golden Frieza will come out next week. There. It does seem like it, because for global they have nothing left to go through. There's no part 2 for the New Year celebration. JP's gonna go to their anniversary, like from the 26th or 25th. The countdown will start. Global is gonna have nothing for a decent amount of time. So now we're gonna start seeing units, the catch-up units released on global that were on JP, like Kid Goku, Yamcha, Ella Carnival Goku, and such. So Golden Frieza is the first step towards that, and yeah, I mean, and in terms of his actual banner, let's see, jeez, I haven't been here for a while actually. It would actually be, let's go to JP. Not sure if we see it here. I actually thought which celebration was on. No, you'll be in the Resurrection F celebration part 2. Yep, there we go. There we go. So, Ella Golden Frieza's banner. It's typical Ella banner. Now, to be absolutely fair, this is the first time we are going to get a yellow coin banner for global, well, for any like for any of the versions JP of global, because we've only got carnival banners before. Like when Ella SR Carnival Goku released on JP, it was a carnival banner, and when Zamasu released on global, it was a Double Rates Rising Dragon Carnival banner with carnival coins. So this is probably the first time we're gonna actually see a yellow coin banner. Maybe they will make it a Rising Dragon Carnival banner, if anything. Like, we don't know what's gonna happen, or it could just be a basic yellow coin banner. Either way, like, for global players and everything, this is a must not summon. Not even like a not summon, maybe not. This is a must not summon. Only if probably you are absolutely a Frieza fan, Frieza apologist, if anything. You would want to summon for Ella Adriel and Frieza, because looking at this roster, they are not good. Well, they're trash actually. They are trash. He's fallen off a long time ago. He's trash. He's gonna be relevant forever. He's trash. he's trash, he's trash. So, like, everyone on this banner is trash except the 2 golden freezers that actually have damage reduction. Like, you're gonna be something for who? Like, you, when you get shafted this banner, you will get shafted hard, if anything. And I would say, like, for global players, maybe like the ideal scenario, of course, for global players is to save for Kid Goku. Kid Goku is the next one that people should be saving up for because he presents the highest amount of value as a character to have and such. Not even necessarily LR Carnival Goku that's gonna come out soon on global, because looking at this, this is not good. Like, this is an OG yellow coin banner, and I don't know what they're gonna do with this banner. Maybe they'll release it as the same state, or maybe they'll do something else. If anything, I don't know. But we'll just have to wait and see. So yeah. With that being said, I guess what we can do is jump onto Dokkan and let's start the stream with some afterthought comments, I should say. There we go. Let's put this here. Okay, so I guess in preparation for Gohan and Cell, probably dropping in a few days' time, like, we would like to clean up our box of some pending characters that need to be linked level over there. So there was a single battle run where Piccolo decided to level up 2 links to level 10, which was Transform and I believe Legendary Power. And now Piccolo is just left with 1 link pending, which is the power bestowed by God, which I do not know why this guy has it, because no other character is going to be linked up with him is going to have this. Like, yeah, the fact that all these Ultimate Gohans have it except LR Ultimate Gohan, so I mean, that's fine, I guess. That's fine, absolutely fine, brilliant. In terms of other characters, Gohan, he got a considerable amount of weight. He got 3 links left. Base 1 Goku, Vegeta, they still got a ways to go, but they all just require one more link level for basically all of them. Right? Gohan, Goku Exchange Gohan units, they still require the Super Saiyan link to level up, so hopefully we'll get that done today. And Gogeta, he still requires Over the Flash to be done. Oh, sorry. And I believe STR Piccolo, yeah, 4 links that he needs to be done too as well. So hopefully we can get it done, like at least like 1 character done today. Okay. Not sure how long I'm gonna go for, but we'll see. Anything. Let's see what we can do. Anything. I mean, just what we can do is to just kind of like preemptively set our expectations for Gohan and Cell. We'll try and use Gohan and Cell for some like infinite Dragon Ball history event, see what their defense comparability will be to other units, what they will, at the very least, what they are right now, so that when we do actually use them later on, we'll kind of have an idea of how big this jump will feel. Oh, okay. They're moving. And the Piccolo's moving. Okay. That's a great start. Let me actually load this a little bit, because it'll become impending. Okay, that's a great start. Best case scenario will be done with all the units today. I don't see that happening, but we shall see. Because looking at this right now from the Cell and Gohan, like I do expect Transform Cell to perform around the same, like or close to the level of Piccolo. Like, and again, for me, it'll probably seem better because I have 100% Cell and I only have a 55% Piccolo. But if I do feel that they are around the same, then I'll say that they've done a good job with Cell. It all depends now on the actual actor skills and to see what they are gonna do with those actor skills. I'm not sure what they are gonna do. Like, I think everybody's looking at Gohan right now, and man, like they could drop the ball again with LR Gohan, and I think everybody's expecting some sort of saving grace for LR AGL Gohan from the backlash that Ultimate Gohan received the celebration. So we're just gonna kind of have to see, because I mean, literally transformed LR Gohan, AGL Gohan just seems like, I mean, wouldn't say it to the very least, it's like he just seems like a better LR Ultimate Gohan, whereby like the only difference being is that LR Ultimate Gohan nullifies Ki Blast Supers, where he has a high chance rather, where LR AGL Gohan doesn't. But the difference, other difference too, is that LR AGL Gohan can stack defense, and probably will stack defense to a point where it'll reach greater than LR Ultimate Gohan would ever hope to achieve. So that's going to be actually very interesting to see a comparison between the two, because I think that would be a fair comparison. Two damage type units, try to be competitive. Of course, like the best ideal scenario was just to keep LR AGL Gohan in base form, because he has the guaranteed guard. Why would you transform him? But I guess with his chances of additional super ring and stuff, you could get to a comfortable defense level whereby you could run into in slot 2 and be just great, just dandy, basically. I actually wonder as well, like, yeah, it did. The God actually picked the actually be a very good option for the Hybrid Saiyan team as well. Like, you could pair him up with some really good units that needed that out of AGL Gohan for a considerable amount of time. Is he on Battle Blitz? No, I don't think he is on Battle Blitz. I am not sure. Well, I can't check right now, actually. Yeah. Yeah, let's just double check. Yeah, I got it 100%. Yeah. I need to give him equips once ZZ comes out. I'm probably just gonna go actual, like... Actually, what did I do? I could probably just go full dodge with him, all this considering. Like, just make him ultimately defensive. Because he's already got, like, additionals in his kit and some crits in his transform state. And he's gonna have like guard and all, so like just make him ultimately defensive. How are you on Battle Blitz? You are not. You're on Battle of Fate and Trusted Will, I guess. So Yeah, no, I was actually hoping if he was on Piccolo's team, that would actually be that would actually be insane. Because I'll just run Ella Piccolo and have Ella AGL Gohan on the team. What about Cell? Cell I don't have it 100%. I have it 90%. Okay. Yeah. Him I'm gonna probably put full dodge equips on him. All things considered. Yeah. Yeah, you want Power Fate too. Okay. Yep. That seems fair. Nothing yet. Let's see. Actually, let me look at some preliminary tests that are being done for Cell and Gohan, anything. Yeah. If anybody would like to see Cell and Gohan right now with their power, anything, of course, like with their active skills skipped a bit so that they can be used. Go check out Dokkan World, DBZ World. They have some League Level 10 easy showcases of them before the data down will come. I mean, Cell starting off at 330k defense. Yeah, no, that's still, like that's not good enough. At base form, he is hitting around 30 million attack. He does have the chances for additional supers and stuff, which I guess is fine. I think. Like a lot of damage is coming out, like that's to be expected. But the defense stat, the natural defense stat, is not even good enough. I mean, and that was with actual really good support. That was 40% support from the STL Cell. Like I'm not sure how I feel about Cell. Look at it again. I mean, linked up with his perfectly good buddy, the LR Cell and Cell Juniors, he gets to close to 400k with the 40% support, of course. Yeah, I mean, the damage is certainly there. It's just that, I don't know, man. The transform state definitely does look way more promising, if anything. Because yeah, like So because like you can get 6 and 7 key spheres consistently. Let's say 6 is probably like around the top one. Let's say 5 around the what number you'll be getting for this card. Anything. Like you'll be getting 15% damage reduction with this unit. He's sitting at around like 300k start of turn, and then add on the multiplicative buffs that he gets from attacking with that extra 120%, and on top of that, greatly raising his defense on 18k and 12k. Like he definitely, as a slot 2 unit or a slot like 3, like he can get to a decent comparable like defense level, but is that enough? Like, is that really enough? Like, we've seen characters get to about 800k defense and stuff like that. Like, get shit-faced, if anything, there. Like, Piccolo is the one exception to the rule, the cruiser rule, because he can get to a million defense, but because of the 20% damage reduction he has innately, he can tank way better than other units. And with his greatly raised defense on Super, it just adds the value to it. So, with the Cell, it's kind of like a more budget version of him, whereby you could get to that defense level of Piccolo. Not even close to the Piccolo's defense level. It's more like you get to around the 600k mark with the Cell, and then actually like 600, 800k max, and then have the damage reduction, which is still good. Like you probably would survive Cell max with the type advantage. The Kurakor red zone boss though will probably one shot you still 100%. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, like I think to say, like it looks good over there. Like it's just that like this just a better unit than him, and like he'll be valuable for the Androids team and all these other teams of Revenge, I guess. I mean, the funny thing is though is that this guy will be hitting like around the same. If you do get his actual orbs that he does need, he will be hitting around the same amount as Gohan. Like he will be hitting like the 20 million, like 20 million attack stat mark. It's just that, would you run him with the defense viability that he has? No, because Gohan can actually do that same damage and be more defensively viable than Cell. So it's like, why would you run Cell? Like, I don't know. Yeah, I think, yeah, I need to get like full hands-on use of Cell to actually kind of grasp like where he actually sits in the tiers, because I don't feel like he is a top 10, but man, like, is he better than Ultimate? No, he's definitely not better than Ultimate Gohan. No way. No, he's not. I don't think he's top 10. He's definitely good. I don't think he's top 10 though. Given what he does. Gohan though, AGL Gohan, like looking at his, like what he sets with, man, if you just look at him real quick. The thing with Gohan is that, like, you should be struggling to get to the key threshold that he requires to actually do stuff in a way, because like his links will kind of support him. So he starts off with like 170k defense without support, next to kind of a Goku, and there's the space form. So like that's what guard, that's what like the additional the high chance for additional super attack. So he could be stacking really good. Let's see him on the next turn rather. I mean, he built up fast over there like that. I mean, that's a carry for like the fact that he just needs 4 turns to build up his passive, if anything. Because with just 2 defense stats on turn 1, plus you add like the multiplicator of 20%, like, or rather the 20% buffs for each turn that applied. Like he's already at 360k defense, so it's gonna actually reach 500k very quickly. And considering that he's guarding, like, unless a unit in turn 1 is doing 1.5 million damage, like, you'll be fine with Gohan. And of course, his attack stats will be sitting around like 7-8 million. Yeah, 7-8 million is what I'm seeing here, which is pretty good for a defensive unit. Yeah. I mean, again, it all kind of pins on like what his transformation condition, his active skill condition would actually change. I mean, like, for a unit that came out very long time ago for that worldwide, I can't remember what worldwide that was. Like the 4th worldwide? No, okay, it can't be 4th worldwide. Probably the 5th. But like, these animations and all still hold up quite a bit, especially the his transformed versions coming here. Like, it is a really good looking animation. Cause yeah, like this Gohan is just basically doing Ultimate Gohan's job better, in my mind at the very least. And like, again, depending on how they make the transformation, how they change, or will they change, if they change the active skill condition, you'll be seeing a lot more of him than the Beast Gohan that is not here in the game yet, and is just an active skill. So I guess it's a win-win for everyone. Not yet, but should be a win-win. Almost at that pup. Okay. Let's actually try, because now I'm actually curious over there. Let's try and use the Age of Gohan in the Infinite Dragon Ball History. Let's try and use it in the latest Infinite Dragon Ball History event. Let's see how fast we can get his defense stacking to a comfortable level. So let's go here. This will be like a nice gauge of how fast he can stack. Not really too like concerned about the cell anything, because can't really find a team for him. So let's use him on his team, the Kamehameha team, and let's kind of like go forward with that. So let's bring, of course, you. Let's bring your buddies. Him. I guess probably kind of him. Yeah, this is just looking at Gohan. If anything, this is not even like anything beyond that, I guess. I mean, who has the nice actual support? What's your deal? Oh, wait, no, do I select either skill? I select the passive skill. Yeah, because my supposed to start at school. Yeah, that's pretty good. I don't even know if you're gonna find an Angel Gohan. After this EZA, you're gonna probably find a lot of Angel Gohans on the friends list. So just kind of see him here. I'm not gonna use the support memory, because kind of let's see what he does raw. That's right, I forgot there is a Gamma 1 too. Boss fight in this Dragon Ball history. Ah, that's bad. Could have done better with odds, but it's fine. Okay. I rather wish that El Akada of Goku got permanent defense stacks on his passive rather than the temporary 58% defense once within the turn, like when he gets attacked first. That helps a lot, much more. I still really like this unit. This unit is just like they can dish out damage really well. Like I mean, now we have better damaging units. Course, like because they've kind of fallen off like a bird, but if you pair them up with the Seijo Gohan, they could be really good. Yeah, he starts off at 132k. There's 132k raw. Okay, I'll keep mine on rotation because mine is at level 10. What about you? Yeah, the third one's not like level 10. I should have floated mine off to get with the other ones, but hey, that's fine, I guess. So yeah. Let's keep those on rotation. Those guys. Let's actually float off Kanabu Goku. Yeah. Because Kanabu Goku links the best with Ultimate Gohan. With the AGL Gohan. Can you double super for me? You need 3 super attacks. That's the most annoying thing. That this unit needs 3 super attacks to transform. Essentially, it's exactly the same problem as LR Ultimate Gohan. Except that LR Ultimate Gohan has additionals in his kit. Where is he at with support? What do we got actually? Yeah, none of the defense 6. I think besides the battle, we have 200k. Yeah. And again, that's with the consecutive turn buff that he gets at the start of each turn. Yeah. So this should be second 10%. Yeah, he's getting a ton of support here. Actually, we should see it. Yeah, 4.6 million. Again, nothing amazing, but like, this guy is gonna be insane when he actually is for the base form part, especially when he actually has those the chance of his passive to actually additional super. And if you have a Super Saiyan Goku with him, like this one here, like it's gonna be insane. Now let's throw out Gohan. Don't need a Gohan. Don't need to spell fun. Yeah, we keep it like this. Wow, that is 100% links. Maybe sitting out there. I just with support. Yeah, 250. So this is probably like the best rotation for this Gohan. Anything like everything active. Let's put him here. Everything active. With the 40% support from Xeno, Super Saiyan Goku. So yeah, unfortunately I don't have items for key to increase for this fella. Yeah, he would be at 6 million, close to 6 million at 18 key. He's still building up, to be fair, because he needs to gain 7 turns in total. This is the 3rd turn, I believe. Oh, I forgot about your active skill. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. Now after this, my Goku Exchange Gohan should actually be able to transform, because they would have done 6 million. Was that 6 million? Nice to see before that. I was actually not sure. Fair enough. Yeah, this would go on front, so you can just get the stacks. Not Gohan, my Gohan. Thank you. 263k defense without support. All his things active, so this is the 4th turn now. Oh, now I can transform them, yeah. Let's actually transform this turn and do people's active skills, because this is actually an insane turn that this is. Hang on. it is still so amazing to see them just like, you know, nuke people's health bars. Because it does still happen. This unit still can nuke health bars. Yeah, let's just carry on, I guess. I really like this unit. Yeah. 330k, 4k defense. I'm gonna get another 50, I think. From actually just super. Yeah. And he's guarding, so he should. Oh yeah, they have guaranteed Chris this turn. I forgot. So they are just gonna like shred this boss. Okay. So now at the base we can actually transform with Asia Gohan. What? Hello? Was I mistaken? Oh, after people know. Ah, forgot about that part. Yeah. This is why the active skill is actually really shit there. Oh well. I mean, 355k defense. This is turn 5, I believe, that this guy is on. So he still needs, I think, 2 more turns in order to be fully built up to the full 70% extra that he does require. And I mean, this is with 30% support. This is almost all his links active. Let's see what he'll actually hit for this turn. Really happy this one, yeah. I cannot wait for this actual Goku to easy A. For some reason, I always thought that he did have the easy already. I don't know why. Yeah, my Gohan. Oh, SCR Gohan with almost 5k defense with guard. That is actually really good. All things considered. So we can't be super winning one now. So I'm gonna have to do that. I believe he gets an extra attack buff when he first receives an attack in turn. Yeah, he does. I forgot how many times he needs to be attacked to fully build up. It's a lot amount of times, but like you could safely do it because he guards. It's like a very similar mechanic to Trunks of Vegeta, except that Trunks of Vegeta have to be in slot 1, whereas STR Gohan could be in any slot. $433k defense. This is turn 6, I like to say. If not the final turn, this is turn 6. Where we get to see Gohan almost at max. Yeah. So again, half the amount of time would get to this point. We'll be seeing him at 500k defense at like what, the third turn, anything. So that's really good. That is actually really good. Let's see his attack style and close off. If we get super attacked, then wow. Yeah, it was on us. Yeah. I mean, again, he will take nothing from that when in his EJ farm. So close to 6 million. Yeah. Well, I presume it'll be 6.2, 6.4 at full 18 key. But yeah, no. So we can expect some decent numbers from this Gohan after his EZA. So yeah. Well, I mean, that was Gohan. Anything? Like that's him with his natural build up, like best linking partners in this game. I mean, counting out the STR countable Goku from JP, which hasn't come to global yet. But I mean, that's who he has right now. And until we get leaks of his actual transformation condition, we're not gonna know how good he is. I truly think that with the kits that he has right now, and depending on how the active skill is managed with the condition, he could be better than Carnival Goku. In my mind, I think he would be better than the Carnival Goku. Anything. Because again, it's an active skill transformation. You could choose whether to transform or not. It's guard above 58% HP, and generally when you fall below 58% HP, you kind of have your other characters backing you up with transformations or whatnot, or you kind of gonna switch this guy into his her yeet form and just yeet the enemy, where in this form he's just basically an LR Ultimate Gohan with a lot more meat to his passive. So anyway, that's gonna have to do it for today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you to whoever joined. I hope you had a lovely day. Hope you have the rest of the day as a great day. So yeah, don't forget to check out my other channel where I play games with other two monks at Lizard and FSB on YouTube. We play a ton of other games like Warzone, CSGO, Scriblio, Overwatch, Minecraft. Like, you can catch all of that over there. If not there, just simply follow here. Share, spread the word. Spread the word of Dokkan. And yeah. And that's gonna have to be it. As always, I'll see you next time. Justice Yeet!